Hello there, and a very happy Fang. It's Kung Fu, self-defense with style.
Fang, tapping into the rich vein of the big city vampires.
And Hang, the biggest, brightest art supermarket in town.
The ancient martial art of Kung Fu was devised in China by monks. It's lived on in legend and Bruce Lee movies ever since. But if you want to learn how to do this, then forget the Far East and head instead for the North East of London, of course, because I'm here at Shapes Kung Fu and Fitness School in Tottenham Hale. This is Richard Agbanji, by day mild-mannered chemical engineer, but by night, for the last 7 years, he's been the instructor here at Shapes. Richard, what makes your type of Kung Fu different from, say, karate?
Well, basically here we practice, as I say, the type of Kung Fu we do, Chinese classical Kung Fu. We very much practice like continuous movement we use, and there's a very big focus on control. The objective is not only to just be effective or to beat your opponent, it's to beat him with style. So it's all about, you know, looking good as well.
I know the classes here are an hour and a half long, but what actually happens in them?
Well, if you really want to find out, you have to give it a go.
Looks like I'm ready.
Okay, guys, we're going to start off with the warm-up, okay? So let's jump up on your toes. Let's get nice and warm before we do our stretch, okay? All right, when I clap my hands, I want you to bring your knees to your chest, okay? Let's go, up. All the way up to your chest. Come on, up, go, let's go.
Were you a fan of like Bruce Lee films?
I was always interested in the martial art films, but it's more a case of something to get fit, something to enjoy the classes, feel some really nice people, and it takes away the stresses of work.
Then the next stage, we'll go for some blocking. Bam, that's it. Bam, that's it, there, just there. Boom, covering the area, boom. So all it is just watching, yeah, that's all it is, just watching. Then we go for some stepping, right, where we actually sort of look at the footwork and how you actually get those moves in.
The basic moves taught at Shapes aren't difficult to learn. Kung Fu is a Buddhist-based martial art, and many of its stances involve the imitation of animals.
Unicorn, then a cat stance, right, crane.
And there's no penalty if you don't pick it up too quickly. Shapes don't use the graded colour belt system associated with most other martial arts, as they reckon it encourages inflated egos.
Then the last stage is actually putting it all together with some sparring, right, and that's really putting everything you've learned, and that's like the sharp end of what we do.
Richard, without breaking your concentration, can I ask, does this really work? If somebody came up to me at a bus stop and started having a go, could I defend myself with this?
Basically, yes. You would have a situation where this is way advanced, so you wouldn't need all this. Basically, just a small portion of these moves would mean that you would be very effective on the street.
Do you like the aggressive side of it?
I like more the philosophy and the movements more than the actual aggression. But I'm getting into it.
And do you ever get people who come along with the wrong attitude? People who really want to do it just to get into fights?
You potentially do, yeah. But as I say, once they see the setup that we have here, and you know they listen to the way we teach and we build people up, etc., and they realise that it is about sort of, you know, control, confidence, rather than going out and fighting people. Okay, Paul, let's see what you do.
Anytime you like, Richard. But first, Richard, what's that?